The UN is often associated with peacekeeping, but increasingly it's trying to get members to focus on peace building. That means not only supporting a country throughout conflict, but also providing support afterwards to prevent fighting from breaking out again. On Thursday, Security Council Chair Japan organized a debate about the UN's work on peace building in Africa. Our UN correspondent Lorna Shaddick listened in.
This session was the first Security Council meeting specifically focused on peace building in Africa, and the idea behind it was to identify best practices from African countries that have managed to achieve stability, as well as look at how the international community can support peace building. And Secretary General Ban Ki-moon kicked the whole thing off by highlighting the instability that's still present in lots of African countries. He named Libya, Mali, South Sudan and the Central African Republic, among others, but he said there have been lots of lessons learned, including there's no one-size-fits-all solution to peace building. It has to be rooted in genuine political agreement. Strong institutions are needed for peace to take hold, and it's often a long-term process that can take decades. And he warned donor countries not to put on the pressure for quick results. Then the chair of the Peacebuilding Committee, Amina Mohammed of Kenya, went on to emphasise the role of economic development to create lasting peace. When she spoke, she mentioned the UN Conference on Trade and Development in Nairobi that happened last week as an example of the kind of thing that is effective. And she also brought up the crucial role of women. She said it's clear that peace building just can't succeed if half the population is excluded. And that was also something mentioned by Smail Chergui, who's from the African Union Commission for Peace and Security. He said all peace building policies from the UN now have to promote women's participation. And he said one lesson learned over the last 10 years or so is that there needs to be better coordination as well between the AU and the UN, and they need to be better at sharing their know-how. He suggested, in fact, setting up a formal annual meeting between the AU and the UN to discuss lessons learned and best practices. But all the countries present also agreed on a draft statement, and that highlights the importance of cooperating with the African Union, as well as linking the role of peace building to fighting terrorism and violent extremism as well. Lorna Shaddick, CCTV, New York.